Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you. Well, let's take a look at Spiritbox's newest album, Tsunami C. Now, Spiritbox are easily one of the most prominent metal acts to emerge from the last few years, and as such, Tsunami C is going to be a hotly anticipated album, and that goes for myself as well. One of the hardest aspects surrounding this record is how when I started it in my car, it blew one of my car speakers, and now I will have to fix that. Thanks, Spiritbox. You owe me some new car speakers. Oh well, I needed an upgrade anyway. Speaking of upgrades, this is the first full-length album to feature new bass player Josh Gilbert, formerly of As I Lay Dying. However, his role appears to have been limited to performing backing vocals instead of writing the actual bass lines yet again, as Mike takes on these duties, which was one of the biggest pitfalls I found with their previous EP, The Fear of Fear, and losing one of their best rhythm sections with former bassist Bill Crook. May he rock in peace. Now, Bill Crook was highly inspired by the likes of Ryan Martinez of Mudvayne fame, and really that kind of rhythm section, it just beggars the question, why don't you follow through and allow this on the new album? It was easily the weakest link on that EP, and I figured that the recording sessions were between band members, hence Matt's role, and this would be rectified on the next release. However, the bass work on here is just obligatory really, and going through the motions rather than being prevalent and at the forefront compared to their previous works. This could be attributed to the band's shift in musical directions towards a more, gent, and depending on who you ask, octane core or arena core style of metal. However, it really leaves something to be desired for fans like myself who discovered the band when they released Eternal Blue. Now, disregarding this for a moment, Perfect Soul, which is one of the lead singles off the album, is an amazing piece. It contains that epic sound with soaring vocals by Courtney that perfectly complement the sound of Spiritbox that they have become synonymous with. This is still one of the highlights of the album in my opinion, which makes it easy to see why the band have become favourites in this new scene. They also show how heavy they have become with other tunes such as Soft Spine or the title track, even though that song does give way to cleaner and quieter sections in a very crafty way, I have to admit. Also, Josh does a great job on the backing vocals here, which by the way, this song is supposed to be a sister song of the Eternal Blue song, which answers the question about the reoccurring themes surrounding water elements in their music. Unfortunately, this album does suffer towards the end of its run, with Crystal Roses proving to be a pointless exercise in breaking up these tunes with a breakbeat kind of auto-tune song that feels like a tune that was written by Pendulum Light. Hey, if you like this song, go listen to Immersion by that band. They perfected that style 15 years ago, and that record is simply amazing. Also, the following piece, Ride the Wave, just feels like a drag, which breaks the pace and passion heard earlier, almost bringing it to a near complete stop in its pacing. At least that closing track, Deep End, was a point of redemption, which is another slow piece too, but it is done right with a building crescendo and an epic scale that wasn't heard in those last two pieces we just mentioned. Still, I won't be letting these flaws bring down an otherwise intuitive album, because another highlight was A Haven with Two Faces, which shows Courtney absolutely crushing it in her vocals, both clean and unclean, which just once again shows her dynamic range in her role. Overall, I'm going to give this album a score of 7.5 million chilies on the spicy scale, with my favourite tracks being Perfect Soul, A Haven with Two Faces, and Deep End. In case I forgot to mention, this album was once again produced by Mike, but it also has Dan Bronstein in this role as well, and of course sounds as effervescent as always. This album didn't blow me away anywhere near the levels that Eternal Blue did, but then again, Constance was such a powerful tune. How were the band ever going to be able to surpass that? This record certainly contains quite a few gems, and well, after a few listens, it certainly has grown on me more and more. The jury is still out whether or not this will make the top of my albums of the year, but it certainly wasn't disappointing. So I would say as an album on my most anticipated records of the year, it ticks just the right boxes. As always, make sure to go forward and listen to this album for yourself, but I would love to hear your thoughts on this record, and let me know what track was your favourite. Don't forget to stay spicy out there and take it easy. If you've enjoyed this content, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to us, and stay notified for future music related content, because it keeps our manager happy at the end of the day. We are also on Discord, Instagram, Facebook, and all those other social platforms if you want to check us out. As always, people, you have a great day and stay spicy.